Wow. Okay, y'all should be able to hear me now. My bad, y'all. Let me actually switch my mic over here too. Okay, everyone should be able to hear me now. For those of you guys who are in the Zoom call, I'm streaming too. So QQQ, you have a 3 bar right now. What's going on, everybody in the YouTube? What's up? So QQQ, we do have the 3 bar here. Let's see. Okay. Definitely want to watch SPX back over 6,400. You guys should be able to hear me on TikTok. Drop a yes in the chat if you guys can hear me on TikTok as well. All right, let's see here. I want to see how this candle prints. And I just noticed this is the 30. Let me pull up the 15. So on the 15, you had this fail 2 down. Yeah, this was like a 10-point move right here alone. This was an entry right here. You could have looked for this move, but like I said, I don't want to take any premature entries. I'd rather just wait for an actual move, wait for the trend. But you have QQQ ended up holding that 560 level. I'm pretty sure Nvidia is probably bouncing right now as well. So let me see why this isn't showing up. All right, there we go. Yeah, QQQ looks really strong right now. Yeah, it's ran 100% of its ATR already. Put my phone on the charger. Is this pocket options? No. Okay. With QQQ already running 100% of its ATR here, I would be careful taking entries on QQQ. ES looks a little bit. Actually, I wonder if my ATR indicator is just not updated. Now that I think about it, I don't think this is updated. How's it going? Doing pretty good. I don't think my ATR indicator is updated. Can y'all let me know what y'all says for what does the ATR say for you on QQQ right now? For those of you guys who are in the Zoom right now, what does your ATR say for QQQ? I think mine is cooked. 1-3 on the 30-minute. What's your daily bias, OG? At the moment, I like the sell side, but we'll have to just see. Hate to be that guy, but your mic is being statically and kind of going in and out from time to time. Let me see something real quick. Is this 5-minute chart, or do you mainly trade 5 minute for 1 minute? This is right now the 15-minute chart. This top one right here. This is the 15. Mine is at 52% on Qs, 6.28 ATR, 52. All good here on the Zoom. Okay, that's weird. I don't know why I said that. Move this over here. Yeah, I think my ATR is just not updating. 6.61. Yeah, I have no clue why it's doing that. Let me see. I can hear my live. 60 level. I'm pretty sure Nvidia is probably bouncing right now as well. Oh, I see. I think it's this. Okay, should be good now. Then let me move this play cord as well. Okay, my mic should be good now. So this 15-minute candle is about to print here. This is options trading. This 15-minute is about to print here in about 2 minutes. I wonder why it's doing that. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me do this. I know for a fact if I do it, though, it's gonna switch. Okay. Mic good, audio good. Turn the volume up. Okay. Then the East Coast, yes. It's 9:44 a.m. Eastern. For puts, right now we're just waiting, seeing what the market wants to do. I'm breaking this up. Okay. Audio and everything should be good. You're trying to fix the static, right? I think I just fixed it. I had to reset my my mic. Worst case scenario, I could just unplug it and plug it back in if it still sounds bad. But yeah, right now I want to focus on this right here. Now, if this candle, I think from here on the 1 hour time frame, we have this doji. So this is an indecision candle. Remember, on the 1 hour time frame, this is indecision. So even though we sold off from here, we still don't know if we're gonna break through this broadening formation yet. So we'll see what it wants to do. But as of right now, it's still no entries sitting cash. IWM looks pretty good though. 212 back through Monday's lows and previous week lows. Did anybody take IWM? Or are y'all waiting for a 30-minute? On the 1 hour, it just triggered a 2-2 reversal. Waiting for 30 minutes. Okay, good. Good. No rushed entries here. And even for QQQ, like for those of you guys who are looking to take QQQ, you can still look for that 3 bar at the 30-minute as well. Waiting for that 10 a.m. Waiting for the 30. Okay, good. All right, so we all on the same page. So today we're looking for the 30-minute orb. For those of you guys who are watching the stream, we do have data that comes out today at 10 a.m. So we're gonna see what the market wants to do then, as opposed to taking a premature entry and then being on the wrong side of the market when data comes out, when it starts to react. That's why it wasn't working. Okay. What's crazy is here on SPX, although we sold off, I think like coming into the month of September, I would have to back test it though, but I think sometimes when it's when the market has sold off like that last day or coming into the month, I think it recovers quicker or something like that. I can't remember what I had seen. I gotta go back and look at it. I just realized YouTube has a time delay. I gotta figure out how to change that, but I'll figure it out later. All right, let's see. Did you mute yourself? No, you guys should be able to hear me. Can you still hear me, Sam? I'll do this too. For people on Zoom, y'all should be able to hear me good. All right, so QQQ looking like it's filling some of this gap here. The gap fill is at 564. Oh wow, this shows it from both sides. That's pretty cool. Oh, this is actually perfect, so I don't even need to keep this up. That's high key perfect. Let's see. On the 30-minute time frame for SPX, we're getting this hammer. So now we just officially switched to a 2-2 reversal after bouncing from this broadening formation here. And then on the 1 hour time frame, we have a failed 2 down on the 1 hour. So again, this prints at 10 a.m. We'll see what the data says, and then we'll look for our entry around there. The failed 2 on the 1 hour and on the 1 hour and 1-3 on the 30-minute looks good for Qs. Yeah, it definitely does. That 1-3 looking real clean. Just want to see if it wants to continue in that direction though. You got SPX breaking back above 6,400 as well. I like this 1 hour on SPX, the failed 2 down. We gotta wait for that 10 a.m. though, and then see from there. I'm gonna start looking at some of the contracts right now. Contracts are insane, but they are a little bit more expensive right now than normal. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna size for 0 on this one when we take this one. But yeah, the market's recovering pretty nicely here. Could have looked for that 2-2 reversal, but I'd rather wait for confirmation. Like, look at this move. The bounce off the broad information. I mean, this is a crazy move from here. All right, so QQQ, you have a 3-bar on the 1 hour now as well. Send that out. Now IWM on the 1 hour is coming back to that order block at 234. So let's see what we do. Bitcoin, we got Bitcoin back at a 111 as well. We'll see what this data comes out as. Just relax right now. Can you explain what you're showing us right now? This is the Strat and smart money concepts, but we're day trading options. Right now we're looking at SPX. It's trading view. Appreciate you for doing this, by the way. No problem. Yeah, I'm live right now with the community as well. So yeah, QQQ's back at that 565, almost 565 level. Trading really tests your patience, not literally. I think it's really more so like just being able to sit in your mind and tell yourself not to click nothing. That's one of the hardest things you do. It's like one of the hardest things is like being able to just sit still. That's why a lot of times like I'll meditate before I trade, because sometimes I get antsy, like just sitting here watching things, like especially like I was gonna take this entry off the broad information, but it would have been really bad to take this entry going right into the order block, the 50%, and then fail. See what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather just wait for confirmation. And a lot of times, like, the reason to test your patience is because you see stuff like this, you see this reversal, you're like, oh, I could have just took that and blah, 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 blah. But there's always another case scenario where this move wouldn't have happened, right? So you just got to learn how to just be okay with, like, if you see a move happening and it goes without you, that's cool. Like, it's a part of the game. But being able to control your emotions, even if, let's say we don't get any more moves, let's say we consolidate from here on, I just don't trade then. You know what I mean? Like, and I know for some of y'all in TSA, y'all know like there's some weeks where I only take 1 or 2 trades. You know know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, just because you trade more doesn't mean you're gonna make more money. That doesn't correlate. You make more the setups that you like to take. So y'all know me, I trade threes and fail twos. If I don't see a three or a fail two, I don't necessarily want to take that. I don't want to take that trade. You know what I'm saying? So like right now on the 1 hour for SPX, I do have my fail two, right? It might trigger a 3 bar off the 3 hour, right? I mean off the 1 hour. So we'll see. But like, it's just about being patient with it. The 30-minute wait for the 30-minute order be so long now, for real. Only in trading where less is more. Absolutely. Everything else is, in life is, the more you do, the more you receive. We've ran a pretty good amount of our ATR though. So we'll see if we want to continue back up. It's the previous week low is right here at this 631 level. And then you got this order block at 640, 64.42. So we'll see. Tesla shipped 83,192 EVs from its Shanghai, China. I haven't traded Tesla in so long. Okay, so let's see. We got 2 minutes until this candle prints on a 30-minute. So on a 30-minute for SPX, we have a 3-bar right now. So we'll see where we're looking for the entry. Ideally, it will be above 64.17. So I'm gonna look at some contracts right now. So what I would be doing right now is if I were y'all, if you're in TSA, again, this isn't financial advice or anything like that, but what I am doing is looking at contracts right now to see which contracts I would want to take per my account size. 64.50s don't look bad at all. If your account size is a little bit lower, you might have to go a little farther out of the money on these, since the contract prices are a little bit more expensive today. Or you could go really close to the money as well, but we'll see what it wants to do. That's for the call side. And then for puts, yeah, about fairly equal. Okay. I might go 64.25s. These are $540, but I think I'm gonna size for 0 with these. I'm gonna wait to see which side triggers first and then go from there. So remember, when you guys are looking at this entry, remember that the higher time frames are in alignment right now. They're all bouncing off of a level of support, which is that broad information. So right now we're literally just waiting to see, hey, what does the data come out as, and then what is the mark? How does the market react to this? So we got 10 seconds until data comes out. Okay, data comes out now. We have the continuation here off the fail 2. Just being a little patient. All right, and then now I'm looking for, I should have just got in right there, but the data has still yet to come out. So we're waiting. Market's pushing up from here. IWM is the continuation. QQQ is giving the continuation as well, that 3-2. SPX looking like it's about to retest that previous week low. I'm still waiting on the data to hit. Oh my God. Definitely missed the move right here. But I'm just being patient. Spinning cells. Okay. ISM manufacturing employment. Okay, good. All right, so the data is out now. So right now I'm just being patient to see if it gives me a re-entry here. Calls look more ideal, but we play both sides. Exactly. Yeah, the calls do look more ideal. I'm just waiting because I didn't take the initial entry right here at this pop. Just because a lot of times what will happen is next candle will rip open with orders coming in at 10 a.m. and then it'll pull back. So I'm just waiting right now. And what's crazy is right now you would think the volume would be just consistently pushing higher, which is why I'm not rushing it. If I get a retest, I'll look for the calls entry. But as of right now, it's looking like it's failing a little bit. So I'll see what it wants to do. If it switches into a fail too, it's possible we could come back and take out 6,400 since we bounced from the broad information. But we'll see. So for my people in TSA, right, IWM is pushing up. So if you took the 30-minute orb, you should be getting paid right now. But are y'all kind of starting to see like why I don't just rush entries? Like I am not in a rush to make money. I want to be confident when I'm executing my trading plan. I don't care to be like the first one there. Like it's more so about making sure that I'm taking the plan that makes the most sense to me. So this candle completely failed here. We'll see. So this is the re-entry for calls right here. But I want to kind of see a little bit more call volume or a bullish volume coming in because the bulls are kind of drifting away right now. So QQQ flipped to a failed two down, failed two up. Let's see here. Patience is a virtue, literally, for real. All right, IWM has retested that previous day low and is currently failing as well. Do you respond to chat? Yes. What's up? What bias indicator is that? Which one? I don't have like a bias indicator. When you're trading the strat, it teaches you how to trade both directions. So, you know, a lot of my entries are based off of certain candlesticks around key levels. So like right now, those calls are getting smoked right now. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is why you just don't rush the entry, especially at 10 a.m. So this is a good note for TSA members who are in here right now. When you're looking at a 10 a.m., the 30-minute orb, usually what happens is smack at 10, there's an influx of orders that come in, which is why you get a rush in a certain direction, right? You don't just jump in right at 10. You have to give it a few minutes or a few seconds to see what it does after those orders fill. Because this right here, that quick pop, this is a liquidity grab, right? We all know what that is, right? A liquidity sweep where you push up higher, right? Institutions, they're in control. They push up higher and then they fake you out. So right now you have a failed two down or a failed two up here and you almost retested the VWAP. So right now I'm like, okay, Well, I'm gonna wait for this candle to print, because now I'll have 8 minutes on this candle. This could print a failed 2 up, and then you could take this back down and fill the gap. And then you also have all the time frames are red. I thought you were on at 7 p.m. I'm gonna get on at 7 p.m. too. 7 p.m. is more so teaching. This is me live trading. So connecting the dots from yesterday's class. This is trading view. Okay, Nana, I see you. 90% on IWM. IWM is just so consistent, man. It's crazy. IWM is so consistent. Good morning. Are you only trading S&P 500 futures? So what I do is I trade SPX options, but I use SPX futures. So ES, I chart everything on ES, so I can see after hour sessions, and also SPX tracks ES. So in short, because SPX tracks ES, the move is going to happen first on ES. And then I just take my entry based off the setup on ES on SPX contracts. Does that make sense? I know that kind of sounded crazy. You looking long or short? Right now, I'm just cash right now. I'm waiting for this candle to print to tell a little bit of a better story. All right, so QQQ is flipping here. IWM flipped into a failed 2 down as well. ES, same thing, failed 2 down here. All time frames are red as well. Good job, Saeed. 100% on IWM. Let's go. Easy money, easy money, easy money. All you doing is waiting for key levels. That's it. I'm telling you. So I'm gonna wait for this candle to print to look for an entry. If it prints like this, like a failed 2 up, and like this with the body, I'll likely take the entry to the downside, and then come back. And my target will be this order block at 6,400, the gap fill, and then this broadening formation down here. Those will be my levels if this prints like this. Fair value gap, yeah. Looking to fill this gap. If it prints like this, if this candle prints like this, then I'll look to fill the gap. But for right now, it's still active. And then it either works or it doesn't. Like, one of the biggest things, I'm okay with taking L's. You gotta learn how to be a great loser. Not a great loser, but you have to be good at taking a loss. Not being a loser, but be good at taking losses. No trades for me yet. Yeah, me neither. I'm just sitting and waiting. I want to see what this candle looks like when it prints, though. feel like we might get a choppy day today though. I'm low-key like, I wouldn't even say I'm hesitant, but we'll just have to see. I feel like coming off of a 3-day weekend, I can't remember the last 3-day weekend, but I feel like I got cooked coming off of it. Missed the IWM entry. Yeah, it happened pretty quick. That 212 on the reversal on a 30-minute was a pretty clean move, to be honest. That was the entry. The 1 bar around the previous week low. Maybe take it down to last week lows, perhaps. It's possible. I just need to see what this candle looks like. Big move already happened this morning. You did get a pretty solid move. You got a sell off and then a reversal, but like now we're reversing back. And I know Trump speaks at 2 p.m. today too, so we gotta see what he talking about. You know, that end of day move for my people in TSA. You know, that end of day SPX move. No actionable signals for me on IWM. Yeah, I don't take 212s. I don't even take 1 inside bars at all. It's so easy for something to go 2-1, fail 2, and now you get trapped. I only take failed 2s or 3s. That way, at least I'm taking something that I know is either volatility or a reversal. And if it doesn't work at that point, it's cool. I'm willing to take the L on that, as long as I'm taking it around the levels I want to take it at. Failed 2s and 3s the only way to go, literally. That end of day SPX move be happening so fast. Yeah, you gotta be sharpshooter, like for real. You can't blink. Like when I'm taking those trades, like I literally don't blink. Like I'm just watching the contract. Like when I took it on Friday, my contracts, as soon as I clicked buy, I was up 30%. And then it took all of like maybe 20 seconds for like I think it was a 6-point move on SPX. Like my contracts literally went from getting filled up 30% to 133% and like that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close out because I didn't trade the whole day. So I was like, you know, I'll take my profits and go about my day. And then the market closed in a couple minutes. I did miss a little bit more though. It could have probably closed at probably like 300%. But it's all good, you know. Green is green. Can't be mad. There's a lot of people who take profits at 20%. You know what I'm saying? Like people be excited about 20%, you know? If you get 133% in seconds, I mean, you really can't be mad. Nah, for real, Eddie. It is, bro. I'm addicted, bro. You gotta really be careful with it, though, man. Yeah, I know JR talks about that a lot, bro. People be so excited about 20 or 30%, and then they hear us, and we hitting 1,000%, 400%, 200%, 100%. Like, this shit is consistent for us. So a lot of people might look at us, they scamming, they doing something that's not real. It's all, what is it, Canva? Adobe Illustrator. Nah, bro. We just don't settle, gang. That's why you gotta learn how to trade the right way. Risk a small amount to make a big amount, not risk your whole entire account. And then one thing goes wrong and now you're ready to crash out on your wife. Let me stop. Ready to crash out on your husband, your kids, don't get no lunch. Little Jimmy just got back from school. He already getting whoopings. Crazy. IW on 15 minute looks like a liquidity grab. I actually don't even have it up on the 15 right now. This is options trading, Rob. Just jumped on puts. No, I'm not in anything right now. I'm waiting for this candle to print, but I like the way this candle is printing, so I'm gonna look for a puts entry off this fail 2 up, and maybe take out this gap fill here. So I just need to see how it goes though. So let me see the contracts here. I'm not in a rush. I'll probably go like 63.50. I think 63.50s aren't bad at all. So now I just gotta wait for it to trigger. So my trigger is the break of this candle. We either break lower and I take the entry for puts, or we break higher and I take the entry for calls. But right now all time frames are red, so I'm looking for the put side, and I'm sizing for 0 on this as well. Okay, so there it is. We went 2-2. I'm gonna try to get filled. All right, I'm filled on this. My targets is here and here. So I'm filled on SPX 63.50 puts. I am currently filled on these. This is trading view. This is trading view. All right, so we need a strong push back under 6,400 for these to work out. I should have probably went closer to the money, to be honest, but I sized for 0 on this trade, so it either works or it doesn't. What time frame is the top? This is the 15-minute time frame. The 15-minute. And for those of you guys who don't know what size for 0 means, it's basically I go into the trade with the amount of money I'm okay with losing. So like I'll enter the trade, let's say I'm okay with losing, for example, let's say, you know, you're okay with losing $100, for example. A lot of people will have a 30% stop loss. So they'll enter a trade with like $300 with a 30% stop loss. That means they'll lose $100. Me, I'll just enter the trade with $100 so that way I can sit through the trade and not get stopped out. So think of it like this. If I took this trade and I had a 50% stop loss or a 30% stop loss, right now I would have already got stopped out because right now I'm down 30%. So right now I've already gotten stopped out here, right? So what I'm doing now is I'm saying, okay, I can sit through the volatility. I can sit through drawdown to wait for the move to actually happen. And this is why I don't trade with a normal way of trading with stop losses. I used to do that, but I used to get stopped out all the time, and I would just be taking unnecessary losses just for the move to end up happening in my or the move going in my direction. I just didn't have enough patience, or the contracts, you know, you get stopped out so easily, you know, it wasn't ideal. So this way of trading allows you to remove all the emotions. So like right now, like I could care less if this thing works or not, because I went into the trade with an amount of money I'm okay with losing proportionate to my account size. Does that make sense? Drop a yes in the chat if that makes sense. And for my people that's in the Zoom in TSA, I don't look at the P&L anymore. Like when I take the trade, I just watch the chart. I don't want my emotions influenced at all by money, right? When you're trading, it's not about the money, it's about price action. So the only thing you need to look at is looking at the price action alone. This is why a lot of people, like, they take profits too early, or they close out trades too early. Just let the trade play out. If you size the trade, so this is a rule. When I'm sizing my trades for 0 and I click buy, that is it. It's either going to 0 or it's going my way and it's gonna hit my TP. That is the only scenario. It's like set and forget, right? Like shout out to FX Alex, you know what I mean? Like he has this terminology, set and forget, where you take the trade and it either stops you out or it hits your take profit. For me, it's like, hey, I'm giving myself the entire day because I'm trading same day contracts. So now what's happening now is, hey, I can wait until the end of the day. My contract, I've had trades where I'm down 80% majority of the day. And then at the end of the day, there's some sporadic move, news comes out, Trump starts speaking, and then my contracts come back from being down 80% to up 100%, up 200%. So I don't have to take these unnecessary losses. I just want to give you your flowers, bro. The conversational value of your content is gold. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I really do try my best to make this as informative as possible. Because when I see that I'm up a certain amount, I'll be like, okay, I'm okay with that, instead of riding until my TP. Exactly. Like, you know, granted, if you look at it, like, it just helps you to not get out a trade too early. Because Eddie, how many times have you seen something, you're like, oh, you know what, I'm okay with taking profits here, I'm okay with those types of profits, and then you take it and then it hits your TP. Well, then it's like, well, damn, if I would just not looked at it at all and I just would have waited until my TP gets hit, well, I mean, at that point I would have walked away with more profits. And this is just something I've learned that, man, it helps so much to just not even look at the P&L when you're trading. Like, I've learned that from experience, because I have a really big issue taking profits too early. So I just was like, yo, let me just only wait until my trade triggers. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why my trading view keeps resetting. And if you sizing for zero, you already know how much you're gonna lose, right? Like, if it doesn't go your way, you know how much you're gonna lose. It's just the winning part. When you up and you up big, right? Or you're sizing for zero with a bigger account, and you up, let's say $2,000 or $1,000, you like, yo, I'm okay with making $1,000 for the day, but that's not following your trading plan. That's not following the criteria. The criteria. But sometimes too, if you don't take the profits early, it can reverse in just a twinkle of an eye. No, that's facts. And it's a better strategy to not trade with money you're going to miss. Exactly. I don't have as much emotions. So I think a lot of beginners, because they're trading, you think about this, right? If you think, let's say you're trading with a stop loss, right? And let's say $500 is a lot of money for you. Well, there's times where you're clicking buy with $500 and your emotions is attached to the 500, because your perception of money is different than mine, right? Like, I don't think $100,000 is a lot of money. So now that is going to be a different perspective of how I look at. I'm going to look at $200, $500, $1,000. I'm going to look at those completely different if I don't believe $100,000 is a lot of money. So if I take an L on trading and let's say I lose $1,000, it's like, cool, I only lost 1,000 comparative to an account of 100K or something like that. You see what I'm saying? So I think it's people's perception of money has to be changed, and it's based off of what you kind of grew up around too. Because, you know, people make it seem like money is the root of all evil. And if you're already trading your time for money and your checks are, let's say every month you get paid, you know, $5,000, then $10,000 might feel like a lot of money to you, because that's 2 months of your time that you get paid. Does that make sense? Or am I talking a different language? So this is why I tell people, like, read the balance sheets of companies, so you can, like, it may not be the same as like you seeing it in your account, but at least you can just like see a company with $1 billion in cash flow for last quarter. Like, that puts things into perspective for you. You see what I'm saying? I would like to learn more about trading. So much information, just so overwhelming. Don't rush yourself, bro. You know, start going through the free information that I have in my bio. There's like a free Discord. It's a 6-hour course in there. It's free. I break it down super simple, super easy. But yeah, if you're a beginner and you want like some free info, go there. And then I do have a live workshop coming up on Sunday, the 21st. The link is in my bio for you to register. It's free. No card information, no none of that stuff. Yo, Tez, I'm going through the course right now, and I understand the Strat and SMC very well, but the part I struggle with is taking what I see on the chart, or when I see an actionable signal on a chart. I understand what I see, but how to go into Webull, place to trade, and get out when it would be the time to get out. Could you point out which part of the course will clear it up or run over it quick? Yo, what's up, Alan? I think you're new in here. Welcome in, brother. So let me answer your question directly, and then I'll direct you to the portion of the course that will answer it. So first, when you're getting in and out of trades, it's based off the setup that you're taking or levels, right? So for me, right, this trade that I'm taking right now, right, I took this fail too. So you know where to get in and out, right? Or not to get in and out. You know where to get in. You know where the trigger is. Your outs, right, as far as your exits, are either going to be order blocks, gap fills, or key levels, right? So my levels would be, okay, this is a target, the gap fill is a target, these wicks down here is a target. These are all support and resistance. So when you get out of your trade is the next likely place for talking too fast. The exit for your trade is the next likely place for price. That's so weird to say. The next likely place for price to either bounce or reject. So let's say I'm taking puts, right? So let's say I'm in this puts trade right here, right? A lot of people got faked out here, right? So you had a strong move up. They're thinking it's going to continuation. This is a fake out, right? So all these bulls got trapped. And notice how, look, now this move here stopped out a lot of the bears who were in here. I sized my trade for 0. So now I don't know how much my percentage is up. I'm just waiting for my target to hit, but I know the trade is going back in my direction because it's a part of my trading plan. So now when I'm looking at this, I'm saying, okay, I'm in puts right now. Where is the next highest likelihood for price to bounce from, right? Well, it's going to be when a gap gets filled or when we hit an order block. And that's how you're basing off your exits on your trades or a key level. So it can be like previous week high, previous day low, previous month low. You can use those as exits as well. The part in the course that explains this, I think, is in chapter 8. Or is it chapter 9? It's something. I know the title is key levels and looking for exits and entries around key levels. It's not to that like same wording, but it's something along those lines. So you can just go to the course. It's somewhere towards the bottom of the course, and then you'll be able to go through that. I appreciate it. No problem, bro. So are the candlesticks ticked by the hour? No, these are 15 minutes. This is the 15 minute. This is the 1 hour right here. So you had a sell off, a bounce off a broadening formation, a push back up, and now you faked out the bulls and you're coming back down. So my target either gets hit or it doesn't, which is right down here, which are these two targets here. 50% order block, and then this 63.98. Now, one of the things is if we do get back under 6,400, the likelihood of us coming back down here to this liquidity is very, very high. So all I have to do is just be patient, though. But I do think I could have chosen better contracts, but I'm not really tripping. I'm not tripping at all. Are meme coins good for trading or stick to the classics? I've never really traded meme coins, honestly, so I don't want to give you like a biased opinion on it, to be honest with you. I would say talk to a meme coin trader so you can have a better idea of that. Because I primarily invest in stocks, crypto, and not even crypto. I invest in Bitcoin stocks, and I trade options. So when you want to get out, you would then go on Webull and sell your puts at 6401 price level if it hits the order block. So here's how you would do it. So let's say you buy puts, right? So you buy puts on Webull. Let's say your target gets hit. You go to your order that you already have, right? Because you're in profit right now. You click on the order and then you click sell to close. When you click sell to close, that is you selling the contract that you have. Does that make sense? So that's how you would do it in Webull. There is a Webull tutorial that we have as well inside the Discord. It goes over it a little bit too, but you always want to do a sell to close. Gotcha. Yeah, no problem, bro. Glad I was able to help. Price has no idea what it wants to do right now. Just hit TP on gold. Hey, let's go, bro. What platform is this? This is TradingView. Where's the Discord? The link is in my bio. It's called Strat Assistant. This is the indicator for the numbers and colors and stuff for the Strat. Hey, my headphones aren't working right now. Can you chat instead? I don't play any video games. This is trading. I like making money. Shout out to everybody in Twitch too. How do you do the screen split? I use Streamlabs. For everyone who's in the Zoom call right now, who's in a trade right now? Or is everyone pretty much cash right now? I'm in QQQ puts, size for 0. In IWM, size for 0. Cash looking choppy. Yeah, I was in IWM but got out. Cash, yeah, market looks pretty choppy right here. I think because we got that sell-off and that bounce, it's just pretty choppy. So I might get chopped up and blended, but I size for 0, so I'm just chilling. Me, I'm in IWM. Let's get it. Cash for me too. Good, proud of y'all. I see my setup. I took it. It either works or it doesn't, you know. K3, you can use Tradeovate. You can use Tradeovate. That's a broker you can use. TSA, don't forget we have a class tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. 7 p.m. Eastern time, we have a class tonight. My first contract in IWM hit 100%. Good job, Nana. I just seen it in the Discord. Is this recording being posted in the course? Nah, you don't really need this one. All the stuff that's in the course will answer pretty much all the questions you have. And then we do have a class recording section, so it does have like 6 or 7 hours of class recordings that are the most valuable. I only upload the most useful and valuable classes, class recordings. This one is just a live stream, so not a live stream, but trading live. So I don't want you to have to sit through this the whole time. You're not going to really get as much value from just this. You get more value from the actual classes. You take most trades in the beginning of the day. Yeah, I only trade from 9:30 a.m. Eastern to about 12 p.m. And then after that, I only trade 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern. So beginning of the day, first 2.5 hours, or last hour of the day. I don't trade in between that. It's part of my rules. I'm gonna let the market do its thing. I'll come back later. The last time I got clapped when I missed my entry on IWM and tried going in later on. Try going in later on, not today. Yes, sir. Good job. You gotta learn from the lessons, man. Gotta learn from your lessons. Yeah, the market looks pretty choppy. You guys can see the volume. If you look at the volume right here, it's like a staircase going down. So it's just been dropping. So we'll see. Like I said, I sized the trade for 0, so I pretty much have all day until the contracts expire. So yeah. Do you sell classes online? The classes are in my Discord. Hey bro, just posted another chart sample. Posted it where? Downloading now. Yeah, you get access to the free Discord, and then we have the live workshop. So TSA, you guys, it is 10:30. The market looks like it's gonna chop up pretty much the rest of the day. So for TSA, you guys are good to head out. Just set alerts if you're in something right now, but pretty much if you're in something, you're probably getting chopped up just like I am right now, which is all good. This is why we size our trades for 0. You're okay with losing how much, whatever you put in, so you're okay with losing that. With that being said though, you guys can pretty much head out. I'm just gonna sit here and stream, so if you guys want to pull up to TikTok or YouTube or Twitch, feel free to. But yeah, that's pretty much the market right now. It's just chopping up. See you in the Discord, brother. Absolutely, bro. Love you guys. If you guys need anything from me, just let me know. All right. Peace out, y'all. All right, TikTok. That is the school itself. For those of you guys who are in here and you're trying to figure out how to come to the live workshop, you just want to click this link in my bio. So it says Linktree. You click Linktree. PJ, what's good, bro? All right, so you click Linktree, which is the first link right here. When you do that, let me turn my brightness down. Okay. When you do that, you click the very first link right here. Okay. What is this? Click this link, and you're able to register right here. The live workshop is free. So the workshop is free. I'll basically have a PowerPoint. I'll present the strat, smart money concepts, how I size my trades, and then some examples and things like that. It's going to be in a private Zoom. I can only accept 1,000 people, so it's first come, first serve. Only thing you need to do is put in your email and phone number so I can actually send you the Zoom link. But yeah, other than that, you know, you're pretty much good. Is the Discord free? I do have a free version, and then we also have a paid version as well. I'm gonna set an alert right here to come back to this if it ends up triggering. So this is at 63.98. 9 times out of 10, if we break back under 6,400, we're gonna keep falling. So I'm gonna put this at 63.98, set the alert. It either comes back or it doesn't. If you're in the live right now, make sure you guys go ahead and hit the follow button as well so you don't miss these. Tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, I'll be doing a class with you guys. I did one yesterday, so if you missed it, just go to the YouTube link in my bio, and you'll be able to watch yesterday's class. It was like a full class of me teaching the strat, these numbers, order blocks, gaps. I taught everything for free. There was no email or phone number needed to get the information. You just watch it on YouTube. So all you gotta do is hit the follow button, go to my page, and then go click the YouTube link, and then you'll be able to watch the whole video. It's like 2 hours long. And the best part is if you're serious about getting into the market, I think it's high level information that is pretty digestible. It's pretty digestible. Today we'll be on YouTube too. Yes, I'll be on YouTube today as well. What's your TikTok? It's at underscore the real Tez, I think. Yeah. I'll be on live tonight too. Yes. Today we will go further in depth on things. I might break down. We're gonna go back over the strat again just to make sure everyone understands it, and then we're gonna start going over full time frame continuity, which is a part of the strat as well. So looking at higher time frames, seeing which ones are in alignment. So if you're on YouTube right now, just click the subscribe button that's down below. Just click subscribe and then turn on the post notifications so you get alerted when I end up going live. So that way you don't miss it. First time here, how's your journey been? Yo, what's up, billionaires? Appreciate you coming in, bro. My journey's been pretty smooth. I started off long-term investing. So trading is something I haven't been doing as long as long-term investing. I got started in the pandemic. I've done a little over 400K in profit, like tracked profit, which is pretty dope. But with trading, I am still trying to get to that same level or above that level, obviously. Did you trade earlier today? Yeah, I'm sitting in a trade right now. I sized my trade for 0. So my target is at this 63.98 level. Right now, I'm just getting chopped up and blended. I'm doing options. So obviously the theta is eating at my contracts right now. So yeah. Hey, I'm new. What's up, Mr. Extra? Hope all is well, bro. Welcome into the stream. Do you only trade futures? So I trade options. So this is, I know it sounds weird. So I just want y'all to listen to me, right? Right now, the chart is ES, right? Which is S&P 500 futures. And then SPX, you can trade options on, right? So SPX, if you look it up on the chart, it's the S&P 500. It tracks ES. So for me, I chart out ES, and then I take my trades on SPX because it's just tracking it. So the move will happen first on ES, and then it'll happen on SPX. So I'd rather get to the move early if it's tracking it. Hopefully that makes sense. What's up, Best? What's going on, love? I appreciate you for joining in. I miss you. I was just in Cleveland too for Amina's birthday. She just turned 2. Oh my God. She's super bad. Is $1,000 cash account enough to scale an options portfolio? Yeah, I have students who start with $1,000. I think the bare minimum to start with is 1,000. I ain't gonna lie. Like if you guys work a 9 to 5 and you have a little bit more capital, like the way we trade, we don't use the whole 1,000. Like I'm not telling you to enter the trade with 1,000 and then put a 20% stop loss. Like hell no. What I do is with $1,000, you take 3.5% of your account, and then we work on compounding. So on $1,000 account, you might only be trading with $20 to $25, right? And some people are like, oh, that's not gonna be life-changing money. I am not here to help you make life-changing money right out the gate. You have to learn, right? You have to get the reps in. So we teach you everything that you need to know so you can get the reps and execute at a high level so you can compound and grow your account. You use the orb strategy. Yeah, on days that we have data. Cleveland, you from here? Of course. From the land. What's the indicator showing if a higher time frame candle is bearish or bullish? This is the Strat Assistant. It's called Strat Assistant. Not you can remove the, just Strat Assistant. Come home again and not say nothing. We are going to have a problem. I'm sorry. I gotta call you. Gotta check up on you. So you kind of use ES as an indicator then. Exactly. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Damn. That's actually a phenomenal way to put it. I never thought of it like that, to be honest with you. I'm even more motivated now. Hey, that's lit. All right, so it looks like our puts are coming back from the depths of hell. Don't want to count it in yet, but this is straight consolidation. This is chop right here. Fell 2 up, fell 2 down, fell 2 up. All sides are getting smoked right now if you took a trade. So right now it's just about being patient to see if we fall back under the 6,400 level, then we could definitely come back down to the 6,385, and then our puts should be up pretty nicely. Yes, I'll call you later, or call me when you're free. Love you more. Abel, what's going on, Brody? How you feeling, bro? I really think I could be a streamer, like for real. Like, I mean, obviously I'm streaming now, so I guess I'm a streamer, but like I really think I could really do streaming, like for real. But like not on no like how Kai does it, or like Aiden Ross, like not like entertainment. I'm talking education. Like I want to be relatable and teach something that can actually change your life. You see what I'm saying? I think, yeah, making you laugh and entertaining you is important and things like that. But like I want to move the needle forward. Like, yeah, it's like I don't want you always laughing when your bank account is like laughable. Does that make sense? And that's not me saying it on a like in a bad way, but it's just me being real. I think a lot of you care more about making money than being entertained. At least if you don't, then you know we have a problem. My target's about to be hit right here. We're about to see right now. Look at this. We almost, like, if you had a stop loss, you would have got stopped out right here. Now you're seeing the trade. So my TP is coming up right here. Did it take a minute? Absolutely. But we back from the depths of hell. I'm not closing until my TP gets hit. I'm not closing until my TP gets hit. I'm following my plan. I low-key just want to close it out right now because I was just in the red for a little minute, but I know my TP can get hit. So y'all literally just watching me. Size the trade for 0. I was down, like, the most I was down was like 50%, right? And now we're back in the green. And now I'm just watching price go back in my direction. I'm looking for a continuation from here as well. Come on, hit the TP, bro. Don't be pussy. Am I being greedy right now, y'all? Or am I following my trading plan? Oh my God, I'm being impatient. I hate this. When price is like right there at your TP, you just like get to getting antsy and like fingers itching to just close out. Nah, I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. If it retracts, it does what it does. I'm following my plan. I just want to close it out. I'm fighting the urge, man. I'm fighting the urge. I need y'all to hold me accountable, for real. I need y'all to hold me accountable. Is that order block from Lux Algo? Yeah. Dang, gang, you up early? I'm on Eastern time, so technically, I'm up pretty. I'm pretty up right now. No cap. Wait, bro. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. It's gonna hit. Come on. Oh my gosh, bro. Please. Put me out of my misery. No. I just need to be patient right now. This is how I am. Like, you still on? Yeah, bro. My TP about to get hit, bro. I'm Eddie, I need you to hold me accountable right now, bro. I'm ready to close this shit out. I'm green right now. I just went from super red to up. My TP is literally right here. I might even extend it a little lower. Test my gangster a little bit. It's gonna hit. I think it might hit. Relax. All right, let me just relax. We all act like this. Nah, dead ass. You better hold it. For real. I'm looking for this. Oh my goodness. Come on. Give me the push. Oh my gosh. Get a cup of tea. I need to walk away. Oh my God. This is killing me, bro. Y'all need to switch to futures. What is all that? Just imagine a trade hitting your TP. I know we can do it though, for sure. There we go. 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 TP? TP? Ah! TP! Let's go. We out of there. Close. Oh, and a little bit more? Close. I'm out. I'm out. That should have earned a follow or a subscribe or something, yo. Hey, stop playing with them, bro. Entry up here, close down here. Even though it's not like a insane move, it's the fact that we sat through that shit. They don't listen though. TP hit, gang. Stop playing with me. And that is how this is how you don't close red today. And look at this. Second TP was hit. Bam. To the cent. Look, to the cent. So when people be like, nah, bro, you doing too much, da-da-da-da. I get it, bro. They don't listen, though. I be trying to say that, bro. People don't be listening, man. Like, I don't really get it. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. We just closed out green on live. Was this informative? If you came to the class yesterday, do you feel like I just kind of made everything connect just now? Like if you came to the last night's class and then you see me trade live, does this kind of like show you like, oh, the shit works? Like I was saying that yesterday, like me teaching it sounds good, but like you need to see me do it in real time. You can see kind of like my emotions and things like that. Yes, bro. Good. Still in XPX trying to close green too. Yeah, I mean, that baby's moving. I hit my TP, but I low-key should have probably just waited till we got down here. Just being impatient. Again, this is my biggest problem though. Like being transparent, like my biggest problem is just sitting and just being patient, especially when I'm green. Thought you were cash. No, bro. I called out the entry back here. Called out the entry up here when I was getting in. I told you what contracts I was buying too. Green is green. That's a fact. It's a fact. Green is green. See, a lot of times what happened is when I do stuff like this, and then like I had a trade for SPX that went like 140%, and the contracts like 2 hours later, it was a trend day, but like I just closed out early. I'm like, let me go to the gym. I don't want to be at the gym and then the trade go back red on me. I'm already up. Let me just take profits. My trade, that same contract that I had bought, went from, I think I was up like 140% to 800% in like 3 hours. I was at the gym. I worked out for about an hour and a half. I ate my food, took about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, talked to my trainer, took my supplements and everything. By the time I look back, my contracts were out of this world. I'm like, oh my God. But this is why I learned just to close out the chart. When I close green for the day, I close my shit out, man. I don't even want to look at it no more. Because it's not meant to be a 9 to 5. You know, like when you're trading, it's not meant to be a 9 to 5. The goal of trading is to make your money and walk away. You don't want to be sitting at this the same way you sit at a job. See? My biggest problem is taking premature entries. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I used to have, like, I think that was a bigger problem I had in the beginning. I think now mine is just letting my trades go longer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let them run. You're right. It's psychological. It's all psychological. Yeah. Everything we're doing is psychological, you know? Yeah. Yeah, so you literally just watch me. Um, like I made $1,600 in minutes just now, but I could have caught at least another 100 points. I get it. Nah, for real. I mean, that's the thing too. That's why I feel like it's one of those things, man. It's kind of like you just got to be okay with compounding. I think it's just the acceptance of compounding. Like I think so many people want to make a lot of money, and like I think one of the best things you can learn how to do is not focus on making money, but work on your strategy. It took me a really, 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 really fucking long time to just not worry about the money and just worry about the strategy. Did I execute my trade? So you guys watched me. If you go back and rewatch this, because it's going to be posted on, this is going to be posted on YouTube. You know, we took this entry, right? We took the puts, we dropped down, we were in a green. It retracted, we were down like 30 or 40% here. And then you just be patient, right? If I would have had a 30 or 40% stop loss, I would have got stopped out, but I sized my trades for zero. So what happens is this next candle opens, pushes up a little bit more, and then we flush and we come back under 6,400, which was my original plan in the first place. But I think the biggest thing is like, you know, people look to make home runs all the time as far as like making a bunch of money. I would rather you compound your account and grow your account over a period of time. And I think the reason this is so important to me is because I do a lot of long-term investing, right? Like I have been investing in stocks and buying hundreds and thousands of shares. Like at one point in time, I had 800 shares of Shopify. You know, Nvidia, I have a couple hundred shares of Nvidia. Bitcoin, I have a few Bitcoin. Everything that you do in life is always like, think of it like this. You don't plant a seed and expect a tree or a plant to grow the next day, right? You got to go back. You got to water it. You know what I'm saying? You got to cater to it. You got to make sure it gets the right sunlight. And then guess what? The most important thing of all is you have to do what? You got to give it time. So it's the same thing with trading. It's just like you got to give it time to be able to hit those huge numbers that you're trying to hit. But I think because everyone is so fixated on the numbers that they see from people on Instagram or YouTube or whatever, this is why like a lot of times I don't show my P&L, because that'll make somebody feel discouraged. Like, damn, he made X amount, I only made this today. And then when you start thinking I only made this, you got to remember, y'all just watched me make money in minutes, right? But a lot of people are trading their hours for money. You see what I'm saying? Where do you keep your crypto? I have a ledger. Hold on, y'all. Let me grab my charger. 1 second. Let me grab my charger for the computer before it dies. Sizing for zero is a game changer, 100%. Now, granted, like there's a lot of traders, and it's crazy because in the trading community, I don't know why they do this, but like they like to really like throw hate at you, like for real. And it's kind of interesting to me because it's like I don't care, you know what I'm saying? Like I just don't care. And I think it's a lot of negativity in the trading space. Like everyone is bashing each other and stuff like that, and it's like I'm just not about that. I don't like speaking negativity in general. I don't even like listening to negativity. So it's like to just be going around saying this person's strategy is terrible and trying to talk down on people, bro. It's like, cool, man. Like if you got a problem with me and if I did something that goes against my morals or goes against my ethics, then I'll check myself. But if you just don't like me because you don't like me, cool, just keep it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like keep it pushing. You know, look, we ain't never got to cross paths ever again. That's cool with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to put my family on. I'm doing something for my last name. And at the end of the day, there's people who making an insane amount of money off this. And why can't you? Court, what up, my brother? Monica, what's going on? How you feeling? Juvie, I still don't understand. Make sure you watch the free course. I want to learn your business. You're learning right now. The institutions are the ones that control the market. Why are we going at each other? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We all going against Wall Street. You all going against the hedge fund or the bank. Isn't it unfair that they have the most unlimited amount of money, but yet they are controlling and taking, like, in order for someone to make money in the market, you have to take money from someone else. And I just think that it's unfair that you can't get your part of the pie, but yet you got to go sacrifice so much of your time and energy and take away time from your life and from your family and from the people you care about to tend to these things, when in reality, it's like, if they taught these things in school, you would probably be a little bit better off in life right now, on some, just being completely honest. Imagine you were looking at charts at 12, right? Like imagine if you were learning how to invest at 11 as opposed to learning about the Pythagorean theorem, which I've never used in my life. And this is why I had a hard time in school. You know, I was like a C/D student, right? And the reason being is because it didn't make sense to me. Why am I learning from someone who does not make the type of money I want to make? I caught that on early. If I want to be a millionaire, why am I learning from a teacher who's not a millionaire? I will be a billionaire, literally. This is what I'm saying. So it's like, you know, yeah. Is this your only account? Yeah, this is my only account. I don't have any other accounts. Banks use our money to make money off of us. So think about this. Think about how they're triple dipping us right now, right? Not all of us, but they triple dipping a lot of people. And this, when you come to these lives, you hit the follow button, you hit the subscribe, you learn this type of stuff, right? Isn't it interesting? So when you go to a bank, right? If you guys didn't know this, right? If you go to a bank, right? And let's say, let's say I put $100,000 in the bank. The bank, there's a law that they only have to keep 10% of your money liquid, okay? But the funny part is that you can't take out more than $10,000 at majority of the branches. Isn't that crazy? Or you can't take out more than like, I think it's $6,000 or something like that, $7,500, because they don't have it. You have to go to a main branch to get your money out. Crazy, right? Well, listen to this, okay? So that's interesting. You can't even get the money out that you want at that time. If it was an urgent matter and you needed your money, they couldn't give you your money. Cool, check. We understand that. The second thing you need to understand is when you put money in a bank account, they just give you a fixated number. So you know how much money is in there, right? And they track it. But what they're doing is they're taking your money, and Sandy and Joe who came in who need a house loan or who trying to do some type of loan, well, they're going to take your money and they go loan it to them at 8 or 9%, whatever the interest rate is at right now, right? They're going to go loan it to them at 8%. And then if you put it in a savings account, they're only going to give you 0.1%. It's a monopoly. So on top of this, then when they make profits, listen to this. This is the crazy part. When they make profits off of your money that is sitting in a savings account, when after they're done reinvesting your money over and over and over and only giving you the smallest nickel amount they can possibly humanly give you, right? The utmost bare minimum that they can possibly give you, right? What they end up doing is they take their profits and they put their money in the market. And then what they do is they manipulate the markets to extract more money from you or from other traders or other investors. Isn't that crazy? Is everything I'm saying right now clicking, or am I speaking a different language? Like, this is the stuff that a lot of people don't talk about. This is the type of stuff that gets your TikTok account flagged. It gets your YouTube flagged, right? Like, they're literally just milking you. And this is why I don't stick to society's norms. You have to learn how to think for self. And the problem with how you think right now is because everything was programmed. Everything you have is programmed. Every way that you think is programmed. Everything that you believe is programmed. It was either programmed through your environment, which they had a part in. It was programmed through the education, which they had a part in. It was programmed through influence, through the things that you see on social media, which they have a part in. There's always an agenda, right? This is why college, John D. Rockefeller, right? When they created the school system, they didn't create it for you to thrive. They created it so they can have more factory workers. Now, granted, has things expanded and we're in 2025 and things are getting better and people are making money? Yeah. I'm not shitting on anyone who went to college or anything like that. Kudos to you. I just couldn't do that. It didn't make sense to me to go into debt to make more money. Why would I do that when I could just bet on myself? Did y'all kind of get what I was trying to put down? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down right now? Let me know. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Is this options? Yeah. Well, we just closed out green for the day. I don't know. I'm not getting enough yeses in the chat, so I think I'm talking to myself right now. I think I'm talking to myself right now. I wonder why I can't. That's so weird. Okay, there we go. All right. Never made sense to me, bro. Hopefully I just made it make sense. Just followed you for that talk. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I mean, I think the thing is like I get nothing out of telling you these things, right? Like I think the problem is, right? a lot of y'all are used to people taking from you. And then when there's a person who comes by and they say, hey, I don't want anything from you, I'm just going to give you stuff, it sounds like I'm a scam. But the word scam is still confused about money. So I want you to listen to this, right? I was watching this interview of this guy, right? And he was talking about how he has set up this stand in the cardboard, and he basically set it up. And he was like, you know, I put on there, if you shake my hand, I'll give you $1,000, right? And that was it. There was no conditions or anything like that. So he went out into a New York street, a very busy street during the busiest times, and he stood there with the box and he said, if you shake my hand, I'll give you $1,000. And no one stopped to shake his hands. Everyone instantly thought, oh, this is too good to be true. There's always a catch. There's always something to this, right? And then what happens is there's this one lady who just stops and says, like, why are you giving away $1,000? And he said, well, today is just the day of giving. And she shook his hand. He pulled out a wad of money and gave her $1,000. And she said, wow, I didn't think you were going to actually do that. And it's a lesson for you that, yes, granted, everyone takes from you. You are in a capitalist society. You can't, this is why we love America. You make money, right? You're in a capitalist society. However, when people come by, like, I'm not trying to give myself like some praise and make you think I'm just some almighty God who loves you. Like, yes, I'm doing this to make money too, but I don't get anything. How do I want to word this? Like, I get more out of helping you and getting you to believe and trust in me. Like, I would rather earn your respect and earn your trust, and then you want to spend money with me, not sell, and immediately try to get you to give me something. Because, like, I already do what I do. I do the craft. So if I make money from the craft and you keep seeing it, you're like, you know what? I just want to make money with him. You know what I mean? Like, I already trust him. He's already given me the game for free. So you're going to be more inclined to do it with me as opposed to do it with someone else, especially when you see I'm doing it for free. So that's kind of my psychology behind it. Market. See, this is why we had this liquidity here. We came back down to this liquidity and starting to consolidate. I think we chopped the rest of the day. I like you. I'm following. Thank you, Red. I appreciate that. He said cap. I agree, bro. I've learned that when like people say crazy stuff on TikTok, especially yesterday, I had 800 people live with me on TikTok. Real quick, how many people do we have live right now on TikTok right here? I think on YouTube, I think we're at like a couple hundred, not a couple hundred. Do you live trade today? Yeah, I traded V. Sorry, I missed your comment. Yeah, I think I'm at like 30 or 40 people on YouTube. 23 people, cool. What I've learned is 260. Okay, dope. Shout out to everybody that's in here. If you guys haven't hit the follow button, make sure you guys pull up. Eddie, what's up, brother? Oh, you still in here? Cool. What I've learned is like, you know, I think I waste a lot of time on these streams. Like, y'all may not know this, right? But when I do these streams, I actually take notes of what I'm doing. Because I'm very knowledgeable and I'm very self-aware, and I want to make them better for you. I want to make them informative. And the thing is like when I ask y'all to give me feedback, y'all don't be giving me real feedback, so I can make it better for you. But one of the feedbacks that y'all have given me that I do agree with is just not responding to the BS, right? If someone says I'm cap or I'm lying or this strategy is BS and stuff like that, just not responding, because I don't want to waste y'all time, right? Like, just sitting there wasting time speaking to this person, it doesn't make sense, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I be doing it just to be like, yo, like, just trying to prove a point. But it's not about proving a point, you know what I mean? Like, I've learned to just accept it. Like, there's gonna be people in here who hate me. There's gonna be people in here who love me. There's gonna be people here come in and think whatever they think. I can't control opinions of others. The only thing that I can do is just keep showing up the way that I show up. And if you see me consistent enough, you'll probably like me. You just define sales if you earn someone's RA. Literally. If you earn someone's respect, you earn their business. Every time. Every time. You're great. You spoke to us in Jade 5-day challenge back in May. Yo, Sahara, thank you. I appreciate that. How'd you like it? Yeah, there was more stuff I wanted to include in there, but I only had like I think, what was the time frame? I think I had 20 minutes or 30 minutes to speak. So I think I covered a very, very small portion of what's in my mind when it comes to trading. But hopefully you guys got a lot of value out of it, and hopefully you guys are doing well. Oh my gosh, still selling off here. I think we come back to the opposite side of this broadening formation by the end of the day. I think my TV is delayed or something. Otherwise, I keep trying to match your chart, but mine's off. Oh yeah, there's a delay on YouTube. I gotta figure out how to turn that off. I really just need moderators, to be honest with you. I gotta figure out how to get moderators while I'm on Streamlabs. Like, there's no way. Let me see. I wonder if this settings. I wonder if I can make a person a moderator from here. Nah, see, this is YouTube Creator Studio. View your live stream in a web browser. Edit your stream title and description. No. Yeah, I gotta figure that out. I gotta figure out how to get moderators while I'm on here. I think I can only do it from my phone. I don't know. Yeah, mine's is ES. Yeah, so mine will definitely be off. Can you go over a trade recap for those that joined? Yeah, sure. So today's trade, let's go over the trade recap. So the market is still open right now. So let's just go over our entry. So first off, when I first came into the market, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually flip this to this so we can all look at the same thing. So right now we're looking at the 15-minute time frame. All right. And right now, if you guys are just coming in, we're doing a trade recap of the trade that we just closed green on. Okay. So initially my bias was to the downside. The reason being is because if you look at the higher time frames, we had already started gapping down. So this is the weekly time frame. All right. Now I know you're wondering, like, what are these blue lines and stuff? I'm going to show you as we go. On the daily time frame, we sold off as well, coming into an order block. On the 4-hour time frame as well, you see that this trend has started to change. So you started creating these higher highs, lower lows, right? So the trend has changed. Okay. Now, another thing to see here as well is the market started selling off right before we started opening. So this happened around, let me move this around so you guys can see the time frame. This happened around 2 a.m. So last night. Okay, so we started selling off, right? So my initial bias coming into the market was like, to the downside, it could work, or we could see a bounce, right? So when I came over here to the 15-minute time frame and we marked out everything, right? One of the things that I was noticing is, hey, you know, we bounced off of a broadening formation. So a broadening formation is just market structure, right? It's higher highs, higher lows. It's a more complex way of looking at it, but is a part of the strat. So the strat is broken up into 3 components. There's these numbers that you have on the chart and what the candlesticks mean. That's the first thing. The second thing is time frame continuity. So what are the higher time frames? Are they in alignment? A lot of the times, look at what you're seeing. The market is selling off, but the 15, the 30 minute, the hour, the 4 hour, the day, the week, and the month are all red. So if that's the case, you should be prioritizing yourself looking at puts, right? So if I see something like this, I'm not looking to take calls. I'm looking for the next opportunity to take puts because this is the market trend. So full time frame continuity helps you see what the trend is looking like on higher time frames. If everything is making sense right now, comment yes down below. If you guys want me to slow down, say slow down. All right, I know I talk pretty fast sometimes, right? So when you're looking at this, right, you're just basically crunching things down. You're going from a higher time frame. You're walking down the stairs, right? You're going from that weekly, that daily, the 6 hour, the 4 hour, the 2 hour, the 1 hour, 30, 15 minute. Right? I don't go lower than the 15. That's just my personal preference because of how I trade. Slow down? Okay, I'll slow down. So with that being said, these candlesticks are telling a story. So we started selling off and we found support right here. And you can tell that we found support by not only the wick, right? So you can tell by the wick that's right here. This is rejection. So when you see a long wick, remember, this is price rejecting a level. It's price bouncing from a level. It does not like to be there. So it's going back to the opposite end. Okay? So what happens is this is telling a story. You found support again, right? And then price swings back through with momentum. So these are the bulls stepping back in, right? Here, this is a failed 2 up. These are the only types of candlesticks that I trade. Failed 2s and these 3s. So I could have taken my entry off of here, but instead I took my entry off of here. Okay. So what is a failed 2 up? A failed 2 up is basically, I taught this yesterday in the stream, but if you guys hit the follow button, you can catch tonight's class as well at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's free. It's going to be on here, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch. Catch me there, right? The way this works though is at one point, this candlestick opened and we pushed higher and we came up here. And what ends up happening is price was up there, but it couldn't stand the atmosphere. It couldn't breathe up there. So I had to come back down and it closed lower. So this is a bearish candlestick, right? So it broke higher, but but this is also a fake out. So the reason failed twos are so important is because you're trapping one side of the trader, right? So what do I mean by that? If at one point bulls are in control, if buyers are in control and buyers are in control here, and it fails, well, this is trapping the buyers. Anyone who bought calls up here, anyone who went long or was, getting in long here or buying calls, all those people are either getting stopped out or they're in the red. And the reason failed twos are important is because you can spot reversals. You can spot when certain traders are being trapped. So when I look at this candlestick, I know that the bulls are being trapped. I also know this by looking at the other candle next to it. They were in control. They thought they were going to stay in control, but instead they got trapped. The next candle opens, it drops. Now this is institutions right here. These three candles, this is hedge funds, banks, people with big money. These are the whales who are trading and investing at this time. So they fake out the buyers, then they come down and they fake out the sellers. So all these sellers got stopped out. So I took my entry here, under here. So when this candle breaks and breaks below here, I'm gonna just, instead of saying here, 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 I'm just gonna mark it out. When this candle broke lower, I took puts, right? Because my initial bias is to the downside. We're making lower highs and lower lows, right? The other thing to think about as well, though, is how I trade. I size my trades for 0. So instead of having a stop loss, I would have gotten stopped out right here. Because at this point, I was down 40%. So if I had a 30% stop loss, I would have gotten stopped out right here. And I would have taken an L. I would have closed the day red. But because I size my trades for 0, I go into the trade with the amount of money I'm okay with losing. So that way I don't have the emotional outburst that people be having, or I just don't have as much weight on the trade. I'm not thinking about it as much, and I'm only focused on compounding. So let me further go in depth, right? Because I don't have a 40% stop loss, or because I don't have a stop loss, I'm able to sit through the volatility. I'm able to sit through red or through drawdown. So what happens is the next candle opens and it flushes and it goes back in my direction. So a lot of times what will happen is you're trading and it's not even that you're taking trades in the wrong direction. It's the timing of it. So it might be that you took the entry too early, but because you have a stop loss, now you get stopped out, but the trade goes back in your way. So when you size for 0, you're able to sit and let the trade play out. So now what happens is when the trade comes back in my direction, this 3 bar is showing me that, hey, buyers have completely lost control, right? They have completely lost control. And once they fall through, you break through a key level, 6,400. When you flush through 6,400, you get a stronger move down. And now this liquidity down here is a likely place for price to come back to. Did I mesh this well together for you guys? Does that make sense? Like, is that clicking? So the trade that we took was this break. It came back up. I was in the red. I'm okay with it because the amount of money I went into the trade with, I'm okay with losing it. It's cool. It is what it is. You got to be great at taking losses. If you want to be a great trader, you got to be okay with taking some punches in the mouth. Period. Right? The next candle opens. It flushes with momentum and with volatility. You can tell by the volume candles here, right? These candles started picking up, and the buying candles on the volume is starting to decrease. So then what happens is you get this flush. You break through the key level, and now you get a continuation. And now what will more than likely happen is we'll come down, and this is liquidity sitting here, right? So these are going to be buyers sitting at these levels, waiting for orders to get filled, and we'll probably bounce from here, or we could consolidate the rest of the day. But drop a yes down below in the chat if this made sense. Like, I just want to make sure that everything is clicking, because at the end of the day, like, I think a lot of people think that my trading style is very difficult. It's just that you don't know it yet. So when you know it, and then when you can read it, then you're like, oh, wow, you comprehend it. A lot of people have trouble comprehending the market. Do you have a video explaining all of your indicators? Yes, I do. Well, not breaking all of them down. I should probably make one of those. Not yet. So it was a fail 2 up and a fail 2 down. Yes, so those are institutions. So this is a fail 2 up and a fail 2 down. They faked out both sides. So both sides got smoked. The bulls got clapped. If you had a stop loss, you got smoked. The bears on this candlestick right here, I was down 40% right here. They got stopped out too. All for it to go back in the direction that they were hoping for. Brand new here, very logical. Yeah, it's just a little bit like the wording and the terminology is just newer to a lot of people. But I think when you guys keep coming back to these streams and you keep coming in, or you watch this free 6-hour course that I have for you guys, I think the more y'all go through it, I think it'll click more. Did you also notice price action couldn't close above the 50% of the fair value gap? One thing I did notice is that my target was the close of the fair value gap. One of the things that I noticed though is with the fair value gap, I was looking to have it get filled because my initial bias was to the downside. Gotcha, OMG, you make so much sense. Thank you so much. No problem. Yeah, my goal in these lives is to make sure you comprehend everything I'm saying. Because when people look at a chart, it's like, yeah, somebody else's strategy looks simple, but it's so simple because, I mean, granted, you want things to be simple, but it's simple because you're just looking at 2 or 3 things as opposed to understanding price action. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to be able to read a candlestick. I want you to know who is in control of the market. I want you to be able to be confident in the trade that you're about to take. You are willing to trade with what you're willing to lose so you can ride the wave. Exactly, Joey. Everything making sense so far? You guys liking the information right now? Is that ETH? No, this is SPX. This is SPX. The fair value gap is above, not below, so the drop makes sense. Exactly. You're looking for it to fill to the downside. Once it filled, it's either going to continue or it's going to bounce. Do you have a Discord? Yeah, the link's in my bio if you guys are on TikTok. Again, there is a free live workshop. I'm sorry, I can only accept 1,000 people though. So if you register, it's first come, first serve. I'll send you a text message with the link. If we cap out at 1,000, you'll just have to catch the next one. I don't know when that'll be, but this free live workshop is like a PowerPoint where I can actually break everything down to you, answer questions, and it's in a private setting. It's on Zoom, so I won't be streaming that since it's going to be private. But this is for some people who want to learn more. And look at this. Look, didn't we just say that price is more likely to come down here to the liquidity that's sitting here? These are buyers sitting at these levels. Now, are there enough buyers to hold price up? We don't know yet, right? But this here is a tall tale of me just explaining everything that I'm saying to you right now. It's clicking, right? And if it doesn't click 100% yet, it's fine. You haven't learned enough yet. You just got to keep coming back. We understand the flow of the market. The strategy is simple and 9 out of 10 profitable. I don't know the exact percentages, but yeah, you just gotta know when to get in and get out. How do you know the order block is about to fill, or the order is about to fill? Or you mean the gap? You know the gap. Well, there's no precise way to know a gap is gonna get filled. You're anticipating it. I've studied the strat for months. It just clicked yesterday. I watched last night's webinar 3 times. That's dope. Yeah, my goal is to create a playlist on YouTube. So if you guys subscribe to me on YouTube, I'm gonna create a playlist, and it's gonna be called like 21-day live trading bootcamp, something along those lines or something like that. I don't know yet, but I'm gonna make a playlist so y'all can just binge these, right? And like I said, I want my free stuff to be better than most people's paid stuff. I've never met a rich day trader. Invest and forget it, folks. Well, good thing I started off long-term investing. Waiting for my 6370 target to hit, Tez. Yeah, I think 6370, 6362 was the other extreme level that I was looking at. I think you need to break through 6383. This liquidity here, I think you'll get that 6370 move though, if we can break through here with some momentum. But yeah, I always say, hey, if you guys are trading, take trading profits and rolling into long-term investing. I started off with long-term investing. I would always advise you, in every scenario I can possibly tell you, always go for long-term investing. Trading is just a way to be able to make money and invest your money long-term. So for me, I buy a lot of Bitcoin. I'm a damn near Bitcoin maxi. And yeah, I take profits from the market and I roll it into there. And then I have brand deals, like, you know, I get paid from other sources, my business and things like that. These things pay for my lifestyle. So like, I don't need you to pay me to keep my lifestyle. Like the penthouse that I'm staying in right now is being paid for by a company that I create videos for. So they pay me $4,000 per long form video that I create for them. So it's like, whether you buy from me or not, like I don't have to get on here and sell you anything, you know? I think that's the difference. It's called Strat Assistant. This is the indicator with the numbers. Crib looks cool, bro. Thank you, man. How do I get started? You just click the link in my bio. Do you invest in dividend stocks? I did. At one point in time, my dividend portfolio was paying me $23,000 a year until I liquidated all of it. I don't know if it was a smart decision. We'll see. I liquidated my entire dividend portfolio for Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin was at like 83,000, I sold all my dividend stocks, everything. I got out of a lot of long positions, like long-term positions. I sold a lot of my stocks for Bitcoin. I personally believe that Bitcoin is a better asset for me to invest in than any other asset class. And I have full control over it. Does it cost money to start with you? No, this is free. I mean, you just hit the follow button, bro, and you just keep coming back to the streams, keep tuning in. I don't want you to spend any money with me. You know what I mean? Like, unless you want to, then hey, come work with me. I would love to have you. But yeah, at this point, I don't want you to have to spend any money with me. I just want the information to be out there. Damn, that's good. I keep hearing to invest in dividend stocks. It's like I have a love-hate relationship with dividends, to be honest. Bro, what's those indicators? The Strat Assistant. We got VWAP right here. My key levels, these are the 50%er indicator, volume indicator, and yes, those are pretty much the main ones. What date do you normally put your options? I only trade SPX, so I trade same day contracts, or I'll go a day or two out if I swing something. No, I'm late, but are you trading with a prop firm? Nah, I don't use any prop firms. I use all my own capital. I personally, there's different things that work for different people, but I think it's better for you to trade with your own money. Like, you're gonna have a different level of respect of what you do with your trades when you're trading with your own money. And I also believe that you have to learn how to take losses with your own money. Like, I've had other businesses that I've done over the last few years where I lost a lot of money. Like, you know, a lot of you guys may know me from clothing, but at one point in time I had lost $60,000 from clothing, and it was from my it was from my warehouse leaving all of my new shipment outside, and then it rained, and then all of it got water damage. So these are things that I talk about. But I personally don't think that like prop firms, they take percentages of your profits and all that. I don't personally like that, you know? You're the only person not trying to sell something to us. That's real. I appreciate that, man. VWAP, Strat Assistant, volume, 50%er. Exactly. And then Lux Algo for the order blocks and gaps. So like these over here, this order block is marked out for me. The gap, like this right here, this is a liquidity grab. But yeah, that's that. How do you trade options on TradingView? I mainly trade on Robinhood. Oh no, I take my entries off my phone, or I'll have my other monitor up and I'll take an entry from there. Prop firms have a lot of sneaky rules. They do. How often do you live trade? I live trade in my community pretty often. Well, not as often as I need to, but sometimes. I'm gonna try to do it the next 21 days though. I'm gonna live trade probably like 2 or 3 times a week with you guys, so that way y'all can just see it consistently. And I also want y'all to see me take a loss. Like, granted, it doesn't sound good to say, but like I want you to know, like, just because you see me close green today, it doesn't always happen. So I want you to come back and see me close red too. That way you know I'm human and you can see my emotions. Like, the same way I was down today in this trade, I was like, hey, shit, it happens. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. How do you mark out the order blocks? I basically mark out the higher time frame order blocks first, so like a daily or a 4-hour, and then I go based off those because those are stronger levels. Lux Algo had a sale last week. I didn't know that. What's the difference between ES1 and SPX? SPX tracks ES, so they're both the same thing. They're both S&P 500. Excuse me. However, SPX tracks ES, so everything that ES does SPX is lagging behind it. So I chart ES so I can see the moves first, and then I take my entries for SPX there. I use Webull to trade on. That's the platform that I use. Robinhood's good. I have students who use Robinhood. We can actually look at some of the profits from the Discord. We go over to trading chat. What happened to the Zoom? Okay, so 39% here for Kayla. Shout out to Kayla. Saeed hit 100%, 90% on IWM for Nana. First trim on IWM at 45%. Today wasn't the best day to trade, but tomorrow I think it will be a little bit cleaner price action. We'll see. And these are all the same people trading the same exact. These are trading the same exact way, like the Strat, smart money concepts, all that stuff. I really want to learn this. What's the best way to learn? There's a free live workshop that I'm doing on the 21st. If you're on YouTube, you can click the link that's in the description and you can register for it. I'll just show y'all again since I know some of you guys are new. So if you are here on TikTok, or if you want to just go over to TikTok, you can do the same thing. So here's my TikTok account. Let me go ahead and do this so the camera doesn't focus on me. So this is my TikTok account, right? What you're gonna do is you're gonna click the link in my bio, the link tree, and you're gonna hit the first link. You're gonna click this first link down here. When you click that link, this is gonna pop up, which is my link tree. And you'll see different options, right? There's a free Discord with a free course, and then there's the live workshop. The live workshop is the one you wanna come to, but I can only seat 1,000 people. Next, you're gonna click the first link, right? Which is right here. And then you'll be able to register just by scrolling down a little bit. You'll see what it's about, what I'll be talking about. You can click save my spot. You'll put your email and your phone number in, and then I'll be able to send you the Zoom link. And that's pretty much it. You can come to that live. It'll be about an hour or two, but I'll have a PowerPoint and I'll be able to present and teach you directly. Are you in a position right now? No, we just closed green on SPX. Are you familiar with Ari the trader? I was in his Discord. It was very informational. Yeah, shout out to Aristotle. He's been killing it for a very long time. How much fun should I have in order to come back to the link in your bio? Oh, you mean like a bare minimum to trade with? I mean, I'd say like 500 to 1,000 bucks. That's how much I would recommend. So look at this, y'all. We came back to a place of liquidity. These are where buyers are at, and notice how buyers are kind of holding this level. If we flush through here, right, 63.80, you can see that next leg down. This is SPX or ES if you guys are trading futures. Thank you, no problem. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'm gonna get up. I gotta go work out with my trainer right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. But if you guys go ahead and hit the follow button, you guys will be able to join tonight's stream, which is gonna be at 7 p.m. Eastern. Okay, Runner's Tez Runner. I know, Eddie. I know. It's crazy you said that because in the back of my head, I'm like, man. You know, like, man. But yeah. So if you guys just came in, hit the follow button. So you don't miss tonight's class. Number one, it's gonna be at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's gonna primarily be for my TSA members, but I'll just kind of bring you guys along, and we're gonna go like through a quick overview of things and things like that. Two, make sure you guys sign up for the live workshop. It's free. All you gotta do is put your email in, and then yeah. Other than that, we close green for the day. Close green for the day. Yeah. Love you guys dearly. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream, and yeah, that's pretty much it for today, or for right now. Where's the Discord link? It's in my bio. If you guys are on YouTube, go click the link on my bio on YouTube, or if you click my profile, or if you just go to the description. Actually, I'm gonna post it for you guys on YouTube real quick. My bad. Link tree / the real test. Okay, so if you guys are on YouTube, I just dropped the link right there. This is to the link tree. Will you talk about full time frame continuity and broad informations today? Yes, I will. And I'm gonna pin this really quick. I need to make sure that I start bringing my assistant in here. Oh wow, I spelled this wrong. 1 second, y'all. All right, there it is right there. This is the right link. So there's the link right there for people on YouTube. All right. Absolutely, Sahara. Have a great day as well, Queen. Hope you enjoyed the day. Hopefully you close green as well. I'll remind you, I'm taking notes. Eddie, please do. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I can improve on, honestly. But I'm just giving myself time with it. So we will get better as we go. As a unit, we will all get better together. Can you explain the indicator numbers? Go to my YouTube. There's a stream class that I did yesterday explaining all of it. So you can go watch all of it. All right. So like I said, go register for the live workshop right now. I can only have 1,000 people. So the day comes and you can't get into the room, it's because